Hello guys, it's time blind reaction of this video called Christmas Special Grogar, a heartwarming horror story, part 3, My Little Pony Grimdark reading, 15 minutes and 34 seconds long. Yes, this is a Christmas special and it's part 3. Let's get this reaction started in 3, 2, 1, go. It sounds like we're on a ship or something.
As Granny Smith crooned about how she was dreaming of a white horse warning, the others all did their best to reflect, rest, and recover.
Sorry,
the living room.
The sound quality's changed a bit. It's like Sparrow's microphone is better or something.
Had been used to build a huge pallet in the middle of everything, and the 4 remaining little ponies were nestled in the warmth. Applejack dozed on the couch away from the others, watching the stairs and afraid of the nightmares that would come if she fell into it in her sleep. Sweetie Belle poked her head from under the blankets and ensured the coast was clear. Once she was satisfied that Diamond Tiara and Apple Bloom were either asleep or otherwise occupied, she carefully scooted herself closer to the room's sole male occupant. Button Ash? Are you awake?
Ship!
So that he was facing her. He offered the weakest of smiles. Wouldn't it be nice if I wasn't? If this all was just an awful dream? She returned the smile and made herself more comfortable in the blankets next to him. That would be nice.
That would be nice, yeah. It
would be nice, but it's not true. Button sighed and nudged at his nearby cap. Even if nothing else happens tonight, Silver Spoon's still gone. Apple Bloom's lost her brother, and you... He caught himself and looked away. Sorry. It's alright. Truth be told, Sweetie Belle was still trying to process the idea that Scootaloo was gone. She imagined that it would take quite some time before she stopped expecting the Orange Billy to come bounding up the stairs of the treehouse with some news of another Colt or Billy who needed help figuring out their cutie mark. Even now, she kept catching herself looking towards the stairway, like Scootaloo would just go gliding down, giggling that it was all just a big joke. Hey, Sweetie Belle?
Okay.
Is it true? What
is
Spoon said?
What?
When Sweetie Belle did not immediately reply, he made
about Santa Claus?
Sorry, I guess now's not really a good time. It's true. I do like you. Button Ash froze.
Ship! Ship! Ship!
Yeah, I've had like the biggest crush on you since earlier this year. Button Ash smiled. The milkshake. She returned the smile.
Kiss. I
was such a dork. You were so cute. Button Mash reached out and took her hug. Not as cute as you are.
Oh, this is so shit, man! Oh my gosh!
I just hate that you only found out about this tonight.
Welcome to the ship episode.
Tell you what. Button scooted closer. I'll be Drake the Daring, and you can be Princess Amaranth. And if I can protect you for the whole night,
or Princess Ship,
you owe me another milkshake this Friday. Interesting idea. Sweetie Belle mirrored his movements. But I kind of want to be the Scarlet Avenger. You let me be her, and I promise to protect you like she protected Drake from the 9 warlocks of war.
Oh, she wants to be a protector.
That your game is just as striking as that blush on your cheeks. She blushed harder. That was smooth for some pony who doesn't know the first thing about girls. He looked into her eyes. I'm a fast learner, and that's how I was able to master Puzzler's Revenge in just 3 days. Sweetie Belle broke eye contact.
Must be a game then.
Tormented by the swirling forces inside her. Her sadness, her terror, her burgeoning attraction all hammered away at her young heart. I'm so scared, Button. He wrapped his forelegs around her. Pulled her close. I am too. Her soft lips found his as she drew closer to his warmth. It was a short kiss, small and tentative. An average first kiss.
Shit!
That it blew Button Ash's mind. While he recovered, Sweetbelle rolled over and snuggled deeper into the colt's embrace.
Aww.
Do me a favor. Uh-huh, he muttered dizzily. Talk nerdy to me. She sighed.
Nerdy.
Finally
Nerdy.
relaxed.
What's that? Nerdy.
Until I fall asleep.
Okay, how many chips make a computer?
Diamond Tiara carefully crawled past the now snoozing Sweetie Belle and Button Mash towards Apple Bloom. The pink filly still clutched Silver Spoon's cracked glasses close to her, as though some part of her were afraid that if she let go of them, they would vanish into nothingness.
Aww.
Apple Bloom was nestled into the farthest corner of the pallet, barely covered at all. From her position, it was unclear to any pony looking if she were asleep or simply staring at the wall.
Oh dear.
Apple Bloom? The young farmer shifted slightly. She and Diamond had not spoken ever since Silver Spoon's talking. What do you want? Diamond Tiara flinched at Apple Bloom's tone.
You called your name?
Sorry. About your brother, I mean. Thanks. Are you okay? Honestly? No. No, I am not okay, Dad. Do you want to talk about it? Talk about what? Apple Bloom rolled over and Diamond Tiara could see her red-rimmed eyes. Talk about my dead brother? Or my dead best friend? Or my other friend who had a nervous breakdown first? She glared. Or, to focus on the small stuff first, we could talk about how you've been lying through your teeth about being my friend these past few months. Diamond Tiara flinched. That's not fair, Bloom. Don't call me that. Apple Bloom snapped. You don't get to call me that. She growled, her eyes burning a hole through the richest filly in town. Why? Why what? Why did you lie to me?
Why did you lie?
Diamond Tiara's turn to glare. Now who's not being fair? I wasn't lying about being your friend, Apple Bloom. Then why would you say that about coming over tonight? Because I wanted to spend hearth swarming with my family in my house. Her grip tightened. Is that so wrong of me? Poor Apple's Dad. Apple Bloom huffed. Just cause you're mad at your folks don't mean that you could say something so horrible about me and my friends. There. Right there. Diamond Tiara said. That's what's been getting on my nerves. What in the hay are you? How come I don't get to be in the same class as Sweetbelle in school? Even after that day, you've kept me and Sylvie at hoof's length. Why? Why? What makes us outsiders?
I don't know. Tell me.
Because me and those two have been through a lot these past few years. We're more sisters than friends at this point. You helped me find out who I was, Diamond Tiara hissed. You saw deeper in me than I even saw. You gave me the strength to change the very nature of my being, to even stand up to my own mother.
Yes, season 5.
You changed me. She looked away. And then you moved on. You carried on like nothing had changed. You make it sound like I was ignoring you. You may as well have been. Diamond Tiara collapsed onto the blankets and rolled over.
I don't know. Hug?
I thought after that day, I would finally know what it was like to have real friends. It had always just been me and Silver Spoon, you know? I kept waiting for you to invite me back to the treehouse or to go hang out at Sugar Cube Corner. I thought that's what friends did. Apple Bloom rolled over it as well.
She's sad deep down.
Then, the only real friends you have are Sweetie Belle and... Diamond Tiara bit her tongue. You only ever hang out with them. The most I've gotten out of this friendship before tonight is a greeting on the street or some pony eating lunch with me at school. Besides ponies at school not hating me anymore, nothing's changed at all. Apple Bloom considered in the silence that followed.
How is Apple Bloom going to respond?
You could ponies, you know. You could be friends with just about any pony now. Diamond Tiara sniffled. I don't know how. She wiped her eyes and looked at the glasses nestled in her fur. Sylvie was my only real friend, and now she's gone. So what do I have now?
Each other.
She curled into a ball. The occasional wave on the street, and 15 minutes of conversation on school days. Apple Bloom stared at the wall as she processed what Diamond Tiara had said. It was true that she most often hung out with her fellow crusader.
That's
But surely,
true.
the rich Billy was wrong about everything else. She had other friends, like Twist, but she hadn't had a serious conversation with her since the day she had gotten her key mark all those months ago. But there was also Pipsqueak, who she had not said a word to in between Nightmare Night and the student pony elections. She racked her brain.
Vote for
She couldn't
Pip!
find a
Vote for
single pony
Pip!
that she spent as much time with as she did her best friends. Do you still hate me?
She
It was
doesn't
Apple
hate.
Bloom's turn to flinch at the cracking in Diamond Tiara's voice. What?
No, she doesn't
For all
hate
those
you.
times I tormented you and made fun of you. Do you still hate me? Apple Bloom measured her next words carefully. I never hated you. Not exactly, anyway. But you still hold all that against me, don't you? Apple Bloom hated herself for it, but it would be a lie to say otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. The two fillies laid in silence a little while longer. The only sounds in the air, the crackling fire, and Granny Smith's aged vocals. The clock struck midnight and chimed.
Bing.
Get me horsewarmer, Apple Bloom muttered.
Bing.
You too,
Bing.
came the sniffled reply.
I'm not doing the full 12 beeps. No way.
Granny Smith
Bong,
yawned
bong,
hugely.
bong, bong, bong.
This was later than she'd been awake in the last 30 years, but she knew.
And Sparrow
Hold
calls me
out just
random.
a little while
Yeah.
longer. Applejack could use a little more shut-eye now that she had finally given up on the ghost and headed to Dreamland. She owed her granddaughter that much at least. But my, did sleep sound ever so nice. She yawned again and launched into a sleepy version of the heartwarming carol. She could feel her eyelids dropping, but she paid them no mind. She knew she was going to stay awake. The elder
Is that a good idea to stay awake?
The singing stopped.
Uh-oh.
Silence descended on the room. Outside, the wind's howling began to rise in pitch and in strength. Something huge on the roof shifted as though it sensed a change in the air. Bullish giggles and sobs echoed down the chimney. A blast of wintry wind blasted down that brick structure and reduced the once roaring fire to a pile of icicles. It spread through the room, jolting every pony awake at once.
He's back!
Granny Smith stared at the pony she had killed. She heard the chain shoot down the room before she felt them wrap around her entire body. The hook snapped into place and pulled tight, splintering her rocking chair to pieces. The dangling bells danced and sank as they mocked her failure. "Run!" she whispered. The earth pony was yanked back up the chimney less than a second later. Applejack and Apple Bloom screamed together. The windows shattered inward all at once, the
What?
howling wind filling the air of the house with freezing snow. The strong wind blew the furniture away and scattered it. The front door blasted open so
I
hard
don't think you got
its
insurance.
hinges. Icicles began to grow from the ceiling to the floor, spreading towards the panicking ponies.
I do like sound effects though.
"We've got to make a break for the barn!" Applejack yelled over the wind. She bolted for the front door, trusting the others to follow her. Apple Bloom and Diamond Tiara followed closely, Marble not far behind. Bud Mash and Sweetie Belle made to follow, but a sudden gust of wind caught their small bodies and lifted them wholly into the air. They screamed as the rogue gust blew them up the stairs and into the second floor hallway.
What?
Button Mash was caught in a downdraft and blown against the door to Applejack's bedroom. The impact knocked the colt senseless and smashed the door to splinters. He smacked against the room's far wall and hit the ground,
Oh dear.
in agony. "Button!" Sweetie Belle cried as the wind carried her further down the hall. She was spun around just in time to see herself rapidly approaching the end of the hallway. A wall, razor-sharp icicles waited for her like spikes. The unicorn screamed as she braced for impact. Marble cried out as her ankle twisted. She collapsed into the snow and watched as the other three ponies ran to the barn. She tried to call out to them, but her screams were swallowed by the storm. She
Yeah,
cried
the
as her
wind is too strong.
trying as hard as she could to pull
Yeah, the
away
wind is
from
too
the
strong at the moment.
The sound of chains behind her, crystal clear above the winter's wind, made her spin and stare. Standing on the roof to the farmhouse was an enormous shape. It stood on 4 legs, wrapped in a shroud as black as night.
It is your worst enemy.
It stared at her with red blazing eyes. 2 huge horns curved past the hood's rim. Hanging from the beast's neck was a single golden bell. Marble opened her mouth. Chains emerged from the shroud. The bells that hung from them jingled merrily as they struck like serpents and claimed yet another soul for Grogar. The end had begun.
No one died in that episode? I'm amazed! Well, if you count button mash, unconscious. Yeah. Well, that was a Christmas special. Grogar, a heartwarming story, part 3. My Little Pony Grimdark reading. Yeah, button mash is conscious or close to dying. Sweetie Belle, it could be in the same fate. What's going to happen between Apple Bloom and Diamond Tiara's friendship? Sort of thing. They're going to make up, and next minute, all making up, and next minute they die. It's like something they've got to get off their chest, or something good's got to happen, then something's bad's got to happen. Yeah, you hear it all the time sometimes. You hear off some good news, you're lying on your deathbed, or you're lying down. Yeah, I remember seeing a scene in the Earthquake movie, in the 60s. I think it's Earthquake. I can't be too sure. No, it wasn't Earthquake. It was some Earthquake movie. The mother and daughter made up, and next minute the mother died after being made up. Yeah. Well, that was a good read. That was a good reading. We don't know who's gonna die. Well, technically, they're all gonna die. But in what order? What order will they die? Let's find out later on. Oh, yes.